We're just going to start off with the good news first. J.J. Abrams just confirmed this beloved Clone Wars character will connect to the rise of Skywalker. I guess J.J. Abrams gave a huge hint that Ahsoka somehow appear in Rise. Ahsoka was a part of the Clone Wars series. This is a very good series by Cartoon Network, and it was just all around good. There was not a lot of lore elements to it. It was more of a show don't tell kind of experience. A very good cartoon, especially in that era, up in the Teen Titan animated series kind of vibe. Just very good stuff all around. I liked it a lot, and to see Ahsoka will appear in Rise of Skywalker or somehow connect to it is very cool indeed. Now let's get to the bad news. J.J. Abrams, he's quoted as saying he wishes he'd done Star Wars Force Awakens differently. This is pretty obvious stuff, right? I mean, the movies have no flow. I've stated that before. 7 to 8, and now from 8 to 9, it's gone through different director changes. It's not synced. It's very hodgepodge. I wonder what they're going to do with Rise of Skywalker. Actually, I know what they're going to do with Rise of Skywalker because there's a bunch of leaks and spoilers. And spoiler alert, it's probably not going to be very good. And there's probably going to be a lot of people pissed off at it. It's still going to make $1 billion. I still suggest you guys watch it, even if it's just for the trash fire. Nothing you do is going to change how much money this movie makes. Maybe if we're vocal enough in how much we hate it, maybe they might change the future of Star Wars movies, and they might make them better, or they might just lambast us and all call us hateful bigots because everybody that hates your movie is a bigot, and most people in the US are apparently racist, hateful bigots as well. News to me. News to me. But this just reveals one thing. The leaks are true. And there's another article that I couldn't find. I think I can scroll from the internet. But someone had confirmed we will lose beloved character. If you've seen the leaks and the spoilers, they're all over the internet, and you can check them out if you want to. This just confirms that, and it confirms the nightmare that we are going to see when we watch this movie. And it's just like Disney to do this. I don't think they can work with the old characters. They don't know how to. This isn't the Marvel Cinematic Universe. These characters had a lot more depth than before Disney got a hold of it. The lore and the richness of Star Wars. Disney just couldn't handle the pressure. So they will completely wash this down and make it palatable for all audiences all over the world, probably mostly China. Here is another article. Star Wars will move beyond trilogy format, won't abandon new trilogy characters. Well, first off, let's just unpack that. If it moves beyond the trilogy format, new trilogy characters makes no sense because it's not a trilogy anymore. But why would they abandon new trilogy characters? So they're just not going to abandon the new characters that they have made. Basically, they are turning Star Wars into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's going to be the Star Wars Cinematic Universe. Not like they haven't already, but it's going to probably be more in line with the Marvel Universe. Each character is probably going to have a separate movie based on their story, and we're just going to see the adventures of these characters, and maybe every 3 to 5 years we'll see a large movie with all the characters in it. Milk the cash cow even more than it already is. These movies stand to make over $1 billion each movie, which is ridiculous in its own right. These movies are going to be completely unsalted, unseasoned movies. They're going to be basically like drinking milk. You're out of a pail, drinking pale milk. 2%. Actually, let's go 1% milk. You know, the really bad milk with no flavor, and nobody wants that, and nobody drinks. There's a lot of people that drink 1% milk, but 1% milk sucks compared to whole milk. 1,000,000%. This just confirms everything we've already known about Disney. They just want our money. Disney's just way too big. We're never going to see an original movie in a while. It's all going to be remakes, cinematic universes, sell toys, merchandise. Basically, turn us all into zombie-like consumers. Just want the next thing, the new thing. Every year they're gonna come out with a new Star Wars movie. It's gonna go over well. Don't get me wrong. So many people are gonna watch these movies. It's not even funny. And people are gonna praise these movies, and they're going to get very high reviews. Maybe not high user reviews, but they will get high reviews. Let me just talk about one thing good from the Star Wars universe that Disney has come out with, and that is The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian is a pretty good show. It's based between the end of 6 and the beginning of 7, so I guess that 25-year time period. And like Clone Wars, it was its own different thing. The Mandalorian seems to be an entirely separate thing. It's more like a spaghetti western, I've heard, more like a western movie. There's not a lot of dialogue. It's really employs that show don't tell policy, and the movie in the series is better for it. I mean, I called it a movie because that's what it feels like every time I watch a new episode. Baby Yoda is pretty cute, and I'm enjoying it a lot. I mean, I do need to get my money's worth off of this Disney Plus subscription. So that is the one thing from Star Wars I am consuming right now. I probably will watch the new movie coming out just to watch it crash and burn and to see what they do with my beloved character. That's a lot of sarcasm right there.